ngayon po nasa ating linya si Attorney former COMELEC Chairman Christian Monsod. Ano ho? Kasi siya po ang abogado nito hong Ilocanong Pudno kung saan po ito yung pinakahuling petisyon to disqualify Marcos Jr. na dinismiss po ng COMELEC. We have to find out ano po ang next move ng mga petitioners dito. Good morning po, Chairman.
Good morning.
Opo, Ted Filon here. Chairman, sige po. So ano po inyong balak ngayon after inyo hubang natanggap na officially po ang kopya ng desisyon?
Yes, we have 5 days to file a motion of reconsideration, MR, memorandum of motion to motion to reconsider with the COMELEC and bank. We have up to Monday. And we will file an MR with the bank.
Okay. Ito ho bang MR ninyo na ifa-file, will you raise new arguments here or the same arguments?
No, same.
The same?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Opo, essentially. All right, but what's your take on this? Ano po, kayo ho mismo, sir, dito ho nga, ang sabi, basically po, sinasabi nga ng COMELEC First Division na hindi naman moral turpitude, no? Involving moral turpitude, yung hindi ka nagbayad ng iyong income tax.
Well, as the COMELEC decision correctly says, that will be determined by the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is the only one who can, according to the Supreme Court itself, who can define what is a issue of moral turpitude. Kaya the COMELEC says it correctly. So this case has to go to the Supreme Court as the sole judge of all contests relating to the election returns and qualifications of candidates for president and vice president. That's in Article 7, Section 4 of the Constitution.
Okay, so ito hong inyong gagawin po na MR sa NBank is just a matter of process na dapat pagdaanan.
It's a procedural step because otherwise, I think the Supreme Court will say that it does not review a decision of a division of the COMELEC. It has to be a decision of the MBank.
Opo. Sir, right now we only have 17 days to go before election and napansin namin na nag-file ho ng petition December 7 pa last year at ngayon lang ho nga lumabas ang decision. Dito ho ba sa unback na ito, will you talagang as in ihintayin po natin ano po ang inyong klase ng motion? Urgent motion po ito? Urgent motion?
Actually, both of us, petitioner and respondent, we filed our final memorandum to the COMELEC, I think January 17. And the COMELEC took an unjust, long time. Was about 90 days before it decided on this. So it raises questions. By the way, a new commissioner who joined only about mid-March is a signatory to the decision, which proves that this decision could have been released or done in a much shorter period than the 90 days. Correct? And one may speculate that there is a purpose to that. Is to deprive access to the Supreme Court with time for the Supreme Court to make a final decision before Election Day. Because there is right now there is no way, after going through the tumaampas sa COMELEC and bank, there is no way that the case will be brought to the Supreme Court on time for the Supreme Court to make a decision before Election Day.
Tama ba ho pagkakaunawa ko ngayon na itong 17 days to go before May 9, most likely hindi po ito aabot na inyong petition sa magiging both parties po, no? Hindi aabot sa yung inyong ifa-file na kung ano man pong petition sa Supreme Court bago maghalalan.
Oh, walang time. And my question is, why did the COMELEC unduly delay it? Why did it take them 90 days to make a decision that obviously can be done within 45 days or even 30 days, di ba? Even under their rules, 45 days.
Opo.
And it was submitted for resolution January 17.
Opo. Pero Chairman, ito lang po, theoretically, kung sakasakali po na hindi po makapagpalabas ang unbanked na desisyon bago maghalalan at lumabas after election, is that considered moot o kayo po yung magpupursu pa rin po ng Supreme Court petition?
Well, we will, ganito yan, pareho nung Estrada case yan, di ba? Mayroong case ng Estrada whether he can run for quote-unquote re-election. And then, ang effect nung walang time ang Supreme Court, nagkaroon ng election, hindi naman nanalo si Estrada. Kaya sabi ng Supreme Court, moot and academic. Now, if in this case, Bongbong Marcos wins by numbers the elections, the question is, and the decision has not yet been made. And if the Congress proclaims Marcos, and Marcos then already enters into the presidency after June 30. No, after June 30, where he's no longer quote-unquote president-elect, but president, and which means that Sara Duterte is no longer, if she wins, she's no longer vice president-elect, but is vice president. Now, if the Supreme Court disqualifies Bongbong Marcos after June 30, the successor will be Vice President Sara.
Opo. Yes, sir. Opo.
Now, if the decision, which is unlikely, is done, is made before elections, there could be substitution on election day. But the disqualification ruling, if final, means that the one who's had second highest number of votes will be president. So yun ang diferensya.
Opo.
On when the decision will come out from the Supreme Court.
Opo.
All right, and there is also that possibility because that was the main dissenting opinion in the case of the Arroyo Sigon ng Bayan, that the Vox Populi, that if he wins, the Supreme Court will say, well, let's respect the vote of the people.
The people have spoken.
That was the dissenting opinion, remember, in the in Arroyo's Sigon ng Bayan, on an 8-7 vote. And the main dissenting opinion was former Chief Justice Puno.
Chairman, kung ang decision po ng Supreme Court ay lumabas, bago po iproklama ng Kongreso yung winning president, ano ho naman po ang sitwasyon nun?
It's still a question of who won the presidency. Diba? Pero kailangan final and executory yun.
Yes, sir. We understand. Opo.
Which is unlikely. There is no time. And that's why the undue delay can be yung parang suspect na it is a plan. There is a plan behind it. Na kung bakit 90 days bago nila dinicide itong case na ito.
So, kumbaga po sa wikang Filipino, pinagplanuhan.
Well, that is the speculation that you will be led to believe kasi walang rason kung bakit it took that time, that long.
Opo. So para lang maintindihan po ng taong bayan,
we had to file two motions to resolve. Dalawa. We had to file two motions to please resolve.
Opo. Yung po dadaanan yan dapat na proseso because definitely po talagang hahantong naman ito sa Supreme Court na kaso. Alam po nating lahat yan.
Inevitably, dadating Supreme Court. Constitutional provision yun eh.
Opo. Yes, Chairman. Chairman, ito pong sa Supreme Court, assuming nga, nakabi ho ninyo, bagamat late na, you still have to file this one sa Supreme Court. Yun ho bang Supreme Court, kapag ho ba nag-file, may mga sagot-sagot pa yan, kontrasagot, mga more or less po talaga aabutin ito ng June 30 na panunumpa ng katanghalian itong kasong ito?
We don't know. It depends on the Supreme Court. But certainly, I don't think a Supreme Court can render a decision before elections or before proclamation.
Before elections definitely or before proclamation, depende po rin naman yan kung gaano kabilis po yung magiging canvassing.
Well, usually siguro 2 weeks.
Opo, but 69 days to go bago mag-June 30, Chairman. Opo. And then definitely po, assuming lang na hindi makapagpalabas ng final decision ang Supreme Court, by June 30, maglabas man sila ng desisyon doon, ang magiging ang magte-take effect na proseso ay i-disqualify nila kung sakasakali po yung nanalo, ang uupo na doon yung Vice Presidente.
Yes. Kung walang any other thing that happened before then or pinigil ng Supreme Court or whatever it is, we don't know.
Opo.
What could happen there? And of course, we don't know if the second number, for the president, the one who came out second, will file a quo warranto case, questioning the qualifications of Bongbong from the beginning. And because he never had the qualifications from the beginning.
But co-warranto petition will mean, sir, na yan? Kumbaga, sa PET na ba yan o Supreme Court ito?
Well, Supreme Court. And it can be done anytime. It can be done. It can be decided 30 days or after July 1 or 60 days. But the disqualification retroacts from the beginning. So the one who had the second highest number of votes will be president.
Opo. Chairman, pwede ho ba din pong maging legal remedy dito in case lang po na magkaroon ng canvassing at magpetisyon sa Supreme Court ng injunction to stop the canvassing pending result of your case na ipafile sa Supreme Court?
Well, we'll see about that. But it will have to go to the Supreme Court, certainly.
Yes, sir. Opo. Kasi nga po, malaking bagay din po kasi nga yung canvassing and eventual proclamation. And then,
kasi ang consequences will be different. Di ba?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we understand. Yes. So, opo. And in case, but that's a possibility. Somebody can go to court to stop Congress muna na mag-canvass until resolved yung isyong ito because this is definitely imbued with so much public interest.
Yes, that's possible, I think.
And sa puntong yon, sino po ang merong kapasidad or personality na mag-file ng injunction to stop Congress to
personal interest.
Sino po?
Well, whoever is the number 2, for example.
Opo. Okay, sige po. So sir, again, para lang mas maliwanag ngayon sa ating mga tagapakinig. So Chairman, magpa-file kayo ng MR sa Bank and then you'll wait for it again and then definitely po, ano man ang mangyari, even after election ito, you're going to go to the Supreme Court.
Yes, we will pursue this to the end.
Okay. And then, last na lang po ito, Chairman. Ano po ang inyong paliwanag lang sa lahat na nakikinig ngayon kung gaano ba kaimportante ang usapin na ito ng pagbabayad ng buwis ng isa pong, lalo na ng lingkod bayan na ngayon nga po'y naghahangad na maging Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas?
Alam niyo, meron principle that taxes is the lifeblood of a nation. Because without taxes, you cannot run government. So yung evasion and non-payment of income tax is a duty of all citizens, much more a public official and much more the president of the country. That it's not important, no. The life, what lifeblood of the country is are the taxes. So masamang example yon, di ba? Na that somebody becomes president who did not respect the law nor avoided paying taxes. Di ba?
Opo.
I think that's the issue there. It's a bad example.
And considering po, in case lang po, no? In case lang nga po na mangyari po na payagan at maging Supreme Court decision ito, nakatigan ang kanilang argumento na hindi naman po ito crime involving moral turpitude, anyone na sino man pong tao na hindi po nagbayad ng kanyang buwis o nag-file ng income tax is eligible to run for public office.
Well, I think this is important, no? That even the COMELEC decision points it out. In the issue of moral turpitude, that's why the Supreme Court reserves that power to the Supreme Court. You have to take a look at the particular circumstances of the situation. In other words, the context of the situation. It's not that, it's a general rule. It's the context. And in the case of Bongbong Marcos, he did not do it only once. No, sabi ng decision ng that it was just negligence or lack of care na nangyari yon, because the record shows that he did it many times, and that there are other cases where he has not paid taxes as decided by the Supreme Court already. So it's a very bad example, although it's suitable to the situation of Bongbong Marcos. That it was more a feeling of impunity, or parang I'm above the law, di ba? It's not just as a simple case of negligence or lack of care na nakamali o nakalimutan, because he did it 4 times.
Opo. Sige po. May tanong ka ba, Cha? Wala na? Ano? Opo. Wala siya ng mikropono. Okay, sige po. Chairman Munsod, thank you for your time, sir. At kami po ay magbabantay po sa isyong ito. Salamat sa panahon po, Chairman.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Si Chairman Christian Munsod, ang dati pong chairman ng COMELEC.
Ted Filon at DJ Chacha. Ngayon, nasa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM. Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m.